Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into Rise with SAP.
Okay.
Um, and this is something that, might sound a little complicated.
Yeah,
But I think if we break it down, it's actually pretty cool. And I was thinking about this, and
sure.
you know how to explain it to like a 10-year-old?
Okay.
Like imagine if you're organizing a giant birthday party
Okay.
for all your friends, and you need to plan all the games and the invites and order enough pizza and cake,
Right.
make sure everyone has a good time, right?
Yeah.
Rise with SAP is kind of like a giant party planner for businesses,
Oh, okay.
helping them manage all that important stuff so they can focus on making their customers happy.
That's a great analogy. I think it really captures what Rise with SAP is trying to do.
Yeah.
Simplifying and streamlining those complex business processes.
So for those of us who aren't, planning those massive parties every
Yeah.
day, what exactly does Rise with SAP do?
Well, think of it as kind of a one-stop shop for businesses that are looking to move all their important systems to the cloud. And I think it's important to emphasize it's not just about the software.
Right.
It includes the infrastructure, the services, and support all bundled together.
Oh, so it's like the whole package deal.
Exactly.
That sounds super convenient. And, why is everyone making such a big deal about moving to the cloud these days?
Well, imagine if you had to store all your party supplies and decorations and your guest list in your house. It would get pretty cluttered and difficult to manage, right?
Yeah.
The cloud is kind of like this giant secure warehouse
Okay.
where businesses can store all their data and their applications and makes it a lot easier to access and manage everything.
That makes a lot more sense. So Rise with SAP, it's like having a personal party planner and a giant warehouse all in one.
Exactly. And the best part is that Rise comes pre-configured with best practices from over 25 different industries.
Wow.
So it's like a party planner that has seen it all and knows exactly what works.
Yeah, no more reinventing the wheel.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get a little more specific.
Yeah.
What are some of the key components of this Rise solution?
Well, at the heart of it all is SAP S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition, which is a cutting-edge system that is designed specifically for the cloud and, helps businesses manage all their core processes like their finances, their supply chains, and customer relationships.
So it's like the brain of the whole operation.
You could say that, yeah. And one of the really great things about S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition is that it can be tailored to specific business needs.
Okay.
So, for example, Nestlé.
Be a chocolate people.
Exactly. They used it to streamline their supply chain and gain real-time insights into their operations,
Wow.
which really helped them adapt to those changing consumer demands.
So that's like super important nowadays, right?
Oh, absolutely.
With everything changing so quickly.
Yeah.
So speaking of streamlining, I hear there's something called SAP Signavio that helps businesses improve their processes.
Absolutely. Imagine you had this super organized friend that helps you plan your party by analyzing every step from buying the decorations to serving cake.
Okay.
And they suggest ways to make things more efficient, like setting up a gift table or having designated game areas.
Oh, I like that.
That's what Signavio does for businesses.
So it's like a digital efficiency expert
Mhm.
on call 247.
Exactly. And the results can be really quite impressive in
That-
the consumer products industry, for example.
Right?
Companies like Versuni, formerly known as Philips Domestic Appliances,
Okay.
they've seen a 40 to 70% improvement in claim handling efficiency after implementing Rise with SAP,
Wow.
in part due to process improvements that were identified by Signavio.
That's a huge improvement.
Yeah.
So between S/4HANA Cloud Private Edition and Signavio,
Uh-huh.
businesses can manage those core processes and make them more efficient.
Hmm.
But, what about adding some extra flair to the operations?
Yeah, well, that's where SAP Build and SAP Business Technology Platform come in. And these tools allow businesses to build their own custom solutions on top of Rise.
So it's all about customization and flexibility.
Precisely. And it really empowers those businesses to be innovative and adapt quickly to new challenges.
So give me an example.
Sure. Well, the MBA used SAP Build to create a mobile app that enhances fan engagement during games,
Oh, wow, that's cool.
providing real-time stats and those interactive experiences.
So they're like turning a basketball game into an even bigger event.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But let's not forget about the foundation of all this, the cloud infrastructure.
You're absolutely right. It's like having a reliable venue for your party.
Yeah.
With Rise, businesses can choose their preferred cloud playground, so to speak,
Okay.
from global hyperscalers like AWS Azure and Google Cloud.
If on global hyperscalers, what exactly are those?
Well, they're the giants of the cloud world,
Oh.
offering massive computing power and storage capacity. It's like having a party venue that can accommodate any number of guests without breaking a sweat.
Ah, okay. So Rise with SAP takes care of finding the right venue and setting everything up.
Exactly, and they even guarantee an uptime of 99.7%.
Wow.
Meaning your business operations are up and running almost all the time.
That's great.
No need to worry about any power outages or technical glitches ruining the party.
That sounds like a huge relief.
It is, and let's not forget about the importance of security.
Yeah, that's crucial.
Rise with SAP was designed with security, risk, and compliance as top priorities. It's like having a team of security guards keeping an eye on your party to make sure everything runs smoothly and safely.
That's reassuring to know.
It is absolutely crucial, especially when you're dealing with, sensitive business data.
Right. And speaking of keeping things running smoothly, I understand that Rise also offers tools and methodologies to make that transition to the cloud as painless as possible.
That's right. It's like having a team of experienced party planners
Okay.
who help you move everything from your old venue to the new one without missing a beat. They take care of all the logistics so you can focus on enjoying the party.
There's no chaotic last-minute scrambling or frantic calls to the caterer.
Not at all. Rise aims to minimize disruption to the business during the transition, ensuring a smooth and efficient move. And remember those cloud application services, or CAS?
Oh, yeah. Those provide predictable costs, which is super important for budgeting, right?
Exactly. It's like knowing upfront how much the party venue catering and decorations will cost, so there are no surprises later.
No hidden fees or unexpected expenses popping up at the last minute. I like that.
And if you ever need extra help, Rise has a massive partner ecosystem.
Okay.
Think of it as like a network of party suppliers, entertainers, and decorators who can provide specialized services to make your event even more amazing.
So Rise is really about more than just moving to the cloud. It's about empowering businesses to transform the way they operate and unlock new possibilities.
That's a great way to put it, and these possibilities are translating into real results for businesses across various industries
Okay.
in the utility sector.
Okay.
For instance, companies are using Rise to increase their overall equipment effectiveness.
Okay.
ADB Safegate, a leading provider of airport solutions, they leveraged Rise to optimize their global operations, leading to a 125% increase in equipment effectiveness.
Which ultimately translates to lower maintenance costs and more reliable service, right?
Exactly. And in the world of mill products and mining, Rise is helping companies like Mahindra, which is an Indian multinational conglomerate,
Okay.
reduce asset maintenance costs by 1–2%,
Okay.
not only boosting their bottom line, but also supporting their sustainability goals.
So it's a win-win for the business and the environment.
Absolutely.
Now, what about industries like life sciences, where precision and efficiency are paramount?
Rise is making a big impact there as well.
Okay.
Pharmaceutical companies are using Rise to optimize their supply chains and reduce inventory carrying costs by 125%.
Wow, that's significant. And I imagine those savings can be reinvested in research and development, potentially leading to faster drug development and more affordable medications.
It's about using technology to make a real difference in people's lives.
Speaking of making a difference, let's not forget about the retail industry, where customer experience is everything.
Absolutely. Rise is helping retailers streamline their operations and reduce revenue loss due to fulfillment issues.
Okay.
Take Cirque du Soleil, for example, the renowned entertainment company.
Right.
By implementing Rise with SAP, they were able to reduce revenue loss from fulfillment issues by 10–20%.
Wow.
A significant improvement in a competitive market where every percentage point counts.
For sure. So Rise is helping businesses across various industries improve their efficiency, reduce costs, and boost their bottom line. But let's shift gears for a moment
Okay.
and talk about the technical side of things. Don't worry, we'll keep it accessible.
Sure. From a CTO's perspective, Rise offers a single pane of glass for managing technology operations.
Okay.
Imagine having a central control panel where you can monitor and manage all your systems and applications in one place.
That sounds incredibly efficient. But how does Rise actually achieve this seamless integration in practice? Companies often have a mix of legacy systems, which can be a nightmare to manage.
That's a great question. Rise leverages a combination of pre-built integrations, APIs, and intelligent automation to connect those disparate systems and create a unified management platform. It's like having a master conductor who orchestrates all the different instruments in an orchestra, ensuring they play in harmony.
That's a fantastic analogy. So no more juggling multiple dashboards and struggling to make different systems talk to each other.
Exactly. And this centralized approach leads to significant cost savings by eliminating redundancies, automating tasks, and improving resource allocation.
So RISE is about more than just streamlining operations. It's about empowering businesses to be more agile and innovative.
Precisely. It frees up those valuable resources and allows companies to focus on their core competencies and strategic initiatives.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground. We've talked about the key components of RISE, the benefits of cloud infrastructure, how it's driving real business outcomes across various industries, and even touched on the technical aspects. Now, let's wrap things up with a clear takeaway for our listeners. How can RISE with SPP actually improve a company's profitability?
Great question. From a financial perspective, Rise delivers value through three primary avenues: reduced costs, increased revenue, and improved customer satisfaction.
Okay, let's break those down. How does RISE reduce costs?
Well, we've already touched on some of the cost-saving benefits like streamlined operations, automated tasks, and eliminating redundancies through that centralized management platform. But Rise goes even further by optimizing resource utilization, reducing IT infrastructure costs, and improving procurement processes. It's like having a savvy financial advisor who helps you identify and eliminate unnecessary expenses, freeing up capital for more strategic investments.
So RISE is like a financial fitness program for businesses, helping them trim the fat and get into lean, mean, profit-making shape.
Exactly. And on the revenue side, Rise empowers businesses to optimize their pricing strategies, enhance sales forecasting accuracy, and personalize customer interactions, leading to increased sales and higher profit margins. It's like having a top-notch sales team that leverages data and insights to close more deals and maximize revenue opportunities.
That's impressive. And what about customer satisfaction? How does RISE contribute to that?
By improving service delivery, resolving issues faster, and providing personalized experiences, Rise helps businesses build stronger relationships with their customers.
Okay.
Happy customers are loyal customers, and loyal customers are more likely to spend more and recommend your products or services to others. It's a virtuous cycle that ultimately leads to increased profitability.
So RISE is not just about cutting costs and boosting revenue. It's about creating a customer-centric culture that fosters long-term growth and profitability.
Absolutely. It's about transforming the way businesses operate and interact with their customers, building a foundation for sustainable success in the digital age.
Yeah, it really sounds like RISE with SAP can be a game changer for companies that are ready to embrace it.
Absolutely. It's about, moving beyond simply managing your business to actually optimizing it for success in this digital age. Rise gives you the tools and insights to make smarter decisions, respond to market changes faster, and ultimately unlock your full potential.
We've talked a lot about the big picture benefits, but for a CTO, what are some of the specific things that make RISE with SAP so appealing from a technology standpoint?
One thing that really stands out is the focus on simplification. Rise takes complexity out of the equation, providing that single pane of glass view we talked about earlier. This allows CTOs to manage their entire IT landscape more efficiently, from infrastructure to applications, security, and compliance.
That sounds like a dream come true for anyone who's ever wrestled with a tangled mess of legacy systems.
It really is, and because Rise is built on a cloud-native architecture, it offers incredible flexibility and scalability. You can easily adjust your resources as your needs change, ensuring you're always operating at peak performance. This agility is crucial in today's fast-paced business environment.
And what about security? That's always a top concern for CTOs, especially with all the high-profile data breaches we hear about these days.
Absolutely. Security is baked into the DNA of Rise with SAP. It leverages advanced security protocols, threat detection mechanisms, and compliance frameworks to protect your data and systems from cyber attacks. This allows CTOs to sleep soundly at night knowing their business is in safe hands.
So RISE is not just about efficiency and innovation, it's also about peace of mind.
Exactly. It allows CTOs to shift their focus from firefighting and managing risk to driving strategic initiatives that create real value for the business. This is what truly sets Rise apart from traditional IT solutions.
Okay, so we've got efficiency, agility, and innovation all wrapped up in a neat little package called RISE with SAP. What's not to love?
Well, like any major transformation, implementing Rise does require careful planning and execution, but the potential rewards far outweigh the challenges. It's an investment that can pay dividends for years to come.
So for any business leaders out there who are on the fence about RISE with SAP, What would you say to convince them to take the plunge?
I would say this, in today's rapidly evolving business landscape, standing still is simply not an option. You need to constantly adapt and innovate to stay ahead of the curve. Rise with SAP gives you the tools and the foundation to do just that. It's not just about keeping up with the competition, it's about defining the future of your industry.
Powerful words. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into Rise with SAP. We hope you've gained valuable insights into this transformative platform and how it can empower your business to reach new heights.
It's been a pleasure sharing my perspectives with you today. Remember, the future is what you make it. Embrace the possibilities, challenge the status quo, and never stop learning.
That's great advice. So as we sign off, we leave you with this final thought. What kind of future will you create for your business with Rise with SAP? The possibilities are endless.